Vin Diesel and Dwayne, The Rock Johnson are two of the biggest names you've ever seen on a movie poster. Both strong, both famous, and both heroes in the Fast and Furious films that we loved to watch growing up. Even though they look like they're best friends on screen, their real life story took a rocky turn when their big egos got in the way. Before we continue, we noticed 84.9% of you guys that watch our videos aren't subscribed, and only 15.1% of you are. It'd mean a lot if you could click that sub button and tune in for more videos like this. It all started when Vin Diesel first brought Fast and Furious to life in 2001, playing Dominic Toretto, a racer who cared about family more than anything and had a soft spot for fast cars and old school engines. Because he loved the story so much, he didn't just act, he also became a producer, meaning he helped make big decisions about the scripts, the stunts, and even who would join the cast. He treated the movies like his own family, making sure every scene was just right, just as a parent makes sure every detail at home is perfect. Meanwhile, in the early 2000s, Dwayne left his wrestling fame behind for a life on the silver screen. He thought his fame would carry him right into action, hero stardom, but things didn't go that way at first. Movies like Walking Tall pleased his wrestling fans but got slammed by critics. In Be Cool, he barely showed up and Doom didn't earn back its costs. A couple of mid-range hits like Southland Tales and Gridiron Gang paid the bills, but no one was crowning him as the next big action star. Instead, Dwayne found unexpected success in family movies. Disney's The Game Plan, Race to Witch Mountain, Get Smart, and Tooth Fairy each made over $100 million, but they did not show off the tough persona he wanted next. While Dwayne searched for his place, the Fast and Furious franchise was going through its own changes. The first 3 movies were all about the thrill of street racing and car culture. Fans loved the gleaming engines, tire-smoking drifts, and Tokyo street scenes, but the studio knew this focus on drifting details would never reach a mass audience. So, with the 4th movie, Fast and Furious, they mixed in big explosions, hard-hitting fights, and globe-trotting chases. A gamble paid off. The movie pulled in more than $360 million worldwide, their biggest haul yet. Vin Diesel had starred in the first Fast film, but nearly skipped the second, reappeared briefly in the third, and then returned strong for the 4th. After seeing the bigger action house, he knew he wanted more control. He set up his own company, One Race Films, worked side by side with writer Chris Morgan, and helped guide the franchise's vision. He felt he understood what fans loved, and he used that insight to steer the series. For a while, everything went smoothly. But then, another big star, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, joined the Fast family, and that's when sparks really began to fly. In 2011, Universal released Fast 5. They turned the series into a heist movie, a robbery flick with cars, hoping to win a still larger audience. The plot sent Dominic Toretto, Vin, and Brian O'Connor, Paul Walker, on the run in Rio with Dom's sister Mia, Jordana Brewster, planning to rob a corrupt businessman. To make the team feel like a superhero squad, they brought back Tyrese, Ludacris, Sung Kang, and Gal Gadot, and then they added Dwayne Johnson as Luke Hobbs, who played as a federal agent sent to stop them. For The Rock, this was the perfect role. He decided around 2010 to drop family movies, shave his head, bulk up another 30 pounds of muscle, and lean fully into that tough guy image people still loved from his wrestling days. In Fast 5, he got to play the bad guy for once. Critics praised him, fans roared their approval, and the film smashed box office records with over $640 million worldwide. Many called it the best of the series. Empire magazine gushed that Hobbs drops the muscle-bound Rock on bad guys like a meteor and leaves testosterone trails in his wake. For a time, nobody doubted the perfect match of Hobbs and Dom. Riding that success, they made Fast and Furious 6. This time, Hobbs needed Dom's old crew to track down a new enemy in Europe. The deal: help us catch a villain, and we'll erase your past crimes. It worked again. $788 million and more glowing reviews. Then came Furious 7, which was written back-to-back with 6. Paul Walker's tragic death in 2013 touched everyone's hearts, and Fast and Furious 7 paid a moving tribute. The movie soared past $1 billion, the franchise's first, and finished near $1.5 billion worldwide. By the mid-2010s, both Vin Diesel and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson had cemented their status as Hollywood heavyweights, largely due to the Fast and Furious franchise. But outside this shared universe, their careers took different paths. Johnson saw a meteoric rise, while Diesel faced multiple setbacks Johnson's post. Fast and Furious' career exploded with box office hits. In 2012, Journey 2 grossed over $326 million worldwide. In 2013, he led G.I. Joe Retaliation, further building his brand as a franchise savior. In 2014, Hercules had a modest opening, and in 2015, San Andreas opened with $53 million, his biggest debut outside Fast and Furious. These hits made him one of the highest paid actors. By 2024, his films had made over $4.6 billion in the US and Canada, more than Will Smith or George Clooney. Meanwhile, Diesel struggled. Babylon AD in 2008 flopped. The Riddick series had a loyal base, but low returns. The Last Witch Hunter in 2015 grossed $130 million on an $80 million budget, leading to losses. Even XXX Return of Xander Cage in 2017 did well globally, especially in China, but underwhelmed in the US. This career gap likely sparked tension while Johnson expanded his brand. Diesel remained tied to Fast and Furious in August 2016. The Rock posted an explosive Instagram rant praising female co-stars and crew, but blasting unnamed male co-stars, calling them candy asses. He warned that his anger on screen in The Fate of the Furious was real. Fans speculated, Tyrese defended. Vin TMZ reported clashes over creative control. Some blamed The Rock's tardiness. Others called Vin the Diva reports conflicted. They reportedly met in Atlanta, but whether they resolved anything was unclear. The Rock later softened his tone on Instagram, talking about respect and teamwork, but social media pics told another story. Tyrese and Ludacris posed with Vin, while The Rock stood alone. By April 2017, The Fate of the Furious premiered, with fans noticing Vin and Dwayne had little to no shared screen time, and it was clear from editing that they never filmed together. The Rock later confirmed this, citing a fundamental difference in philosophy. Vin broke his silence in a USA Today interview, saying the feud was blown out of proportion, calling The Rock Uncle Dwayne and himself his big brother in film, which many took as a veiled jab, reminding everyone who built the franchise. The Rock didn't fire back publicly. Instead, he shifted focus and developed Hobbs and Shaw with Jason Statham. The spin-off grossed over $759 million, proving he could carry the brand without Diesel. But then cracks appeared in The Rock's image. A Wall Street Journal article revealed that both he and Statham had contract clauses preventing them from losing fights, even forcing producers to rewrite scenes to ensure The Rock never laid down. Fans started questioning how real his toughness was. In July 2021, Vin gave another jab, saying he used tough love to coach Johnson's performance in Fast and Furious, suggesting he helped shape Hobbs as a serious character. Johnson laughed it off in Vanity Fair, saying he regretted the 2016 Instagram post, but stood by his criticism of Vin's behavior on set. In July 2021, The Rock officially stepped away from Fast 10 and 11, wishing the team well, but firmly closing the door. Then in November, Vin made a public plea, calling The Rock his little brother and asking him to fulfill his destiny. Fans saw it as manipulative. Johnson said he had already told Vin no and disliked being dragged into a public scene involving Vin's kids. It seemed over. The Rock was out. Vin would lead. Fast forward, but Hollywood is unpredictable, and Johnson's solo venture stumbled. Jungle Cruise in 2021 struggled to break even despite earning over $60 million due to high costs and pandemic complications. Black Adam in 2022 opened strong but fizzled out, failing to recover its $600 million cost and drawing mixed reviews. Critics said Johnson relied on a repetitive formula, playing the invincible hero with no real stakes. Fans questioned the authenticity of his public image, from diet claims of eating 8,000 calories daily to saying he tried In-N-Out Burger. For the first time, multiple times, social media caught these slip-ups, and the backlash grew. Then came the twist, and nobody expected. Johnson teased the FastX cameo on Instagram, saying Hobbs is back. He hinted at unity and brotherhood, and plans bigger than them, both signaling a return to the franchise that launched him. Still, questions linger. Will he actually film with Diesel again in Fast 11, or just appear separately? As in the past, Diesel recently hinted at real stunts and street racing, perhaps another creative disagreement, but for now, the truce holds. Fans are hyped to see Hobbs face off with Jason Momoa's villain, and the final ride with the crew could be massive. Critics say it's a win-win. Diesel gets his finale, Johnson repairs his image, and fans get fireworks. So we ask, was The Rock really the little brother father needing Fast more than he admitted, or did his return show that even the strongest ego bends when careers stall and billion-dollar blockbusters call? As one critic put it, even the fiercest rivalries can't outrun family or a box office goal, and whether this piece holds, that's a plot twist even Dom Toretto couldn't predict.